Today marks the 10th anniversary of the launch of the iPhone. 10 years ago today, to the day, Steve Jobs at a Macworld conference said, "This is the iPhone," and introduced it to the world. Needless to say, the iPhone was a game changer in the world of technology. It combined iPods, it combined music, it combined cameras. It essentially did away with all the junk people used to carry around and put them all in one thing. And everybody understands that the iPhone created an industry, not to mention making Apple the most profitable industry in the world, pretty much based on the sale of iPhones, certainly not based on the sale of iWatches. But with any new technology, people often don't understand the complete ramifications of that piece of tech. I mean, it's a cool piece of gear, and people like it, and obviously has enormous ramifications and implications, particularly for those of us in the video business. One thing this thing does, which nobody really pays much attention to, is it wipes out cameramen, soundmen, editors, producers, and pretty much everybody else in the television business, because although most people in the television business look at this thing as a platform where you can watch video, and that's what everybody's really focused on, is going mobile, what the thing really is a broadcast quality camera, an edit suite, and the ability to broadcast or upload or live stream anywhere in the world by anybody. This is the machine that will ultimately democratize the television business, because it puts broadcast quality cameras and studios and the ability to go live and satellites and trucks in the hands of about 3.5 billion people. This is really the game changer that the iPhone represents, even though it hasn't really been used to that end except sort of in the margins. That's one of the reasons that we're focused so much on the iPhone and using the iPhone or smartphones and what you can do with them to create video, because it gets rid of all the expense and the complications of making content, not to mention the barrier to access to sharing it with the rest of the world. It pretty much puts the television studios in everybody's hands. Now, it's not unusual that when a new piece of technology comes along, people don't understand how to use it. Generally, the lead time is about 20 years. Marconi invented the radio in 1898, but you didn't get the first broadcast radio stations until the 1920s. It takes that much time for corporations to stop trying to take the new technology and jam it into the old way of working, and instead look objectively at what the new technology does and understand its implications, not for the past as a cheaper way of remaking the past, but instead of a new future. And we're headed for a future where ultimately 3.5 billion people will make video and live stream and make their own stuff and share it with the world for next to no cost all the time. That pretty much means that conventional television production and filmmakers and stuff like that are going to be out of business. That's pretty much what it says when you look at an iPhone, although most people don't get it. I have the 6, which I use all the time. I should probably upgrade to the 7. I dropped it, still got a crack in it, but it still works. And a lot of the videos that you're watching here on thevj.com and in other places increasingly are being made on iPhones and cut on iPhones and shared. It's just a really simple way to work. The thing does pretty much everything. The only thing it doesn't do, which kind of annoys me, is it doesn't have Snake.